Hello, chickadees and chickadeens. You're listening to Shag Married Annoyed with me, Rosie Ramsey, and my husband, Chris Ramsey.
That was chickadees and chickadeens.
Chickadees and chickadeens.
You never tell us what these things are going to be, and I'm always just flabbergasted. Chickadeent. Which one's a chickadee? What's a chickadee?
I don't know.
What's a chickadeent?
Well, just because I was thinking about it in the bath, because up north, for do and don't, we say D and dain't. So I thought chickadee and chickadone.
Right, do and
chickadain't.
don't. Right. Oh,
I don't know. I'm
tenuous and painful. You're hungover, aren't you?
I am so hungover.
You might as well tell everyone. Yeah, you've got a raspy voice.
Have I?
Yeah, you sound like you've been smoking.
Just drank so much wine. I do blame you though.
Me?
Because we went to the theatre last night.
We did. We had a little date night, didn't we?
We did.
Which was lovely. We haven't done that for a while.
You just kept bringing us wine.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Well, that's my job. Not my fault if you cannot handle your wine.
And I had mussels for tea. And mussels are delicious, but they're not very filling, Chris.
No.
I don't think I ate enough.
Well, a couple of times you burped during the show, and I had to lean in and go, "Stop fucking burping." I literally feel like I've just fallen into a fucking rock pool.
Did I
It
stink?
smells that bad.
Did
Yeah,
I?
it's disgusting.
And
Yeah,
I spilt some of my wine on the woman next door to
you
us.
spilled the wine all over you. Yeah.
Sorry, missus. Oh no, she didn't look at me. Went on her foot. She had open-toed sandals on. I mean, in October. Bit ridiculous. But
Oh,
I've ruined me boots.
Never take the Ramsey to the theatre.
I'll have to wash me coat.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They were like a soft leather boot as well, and you spilt white wine all
I
over
think
the
that I haven't looked at them yet,
Yeah.
but I think they're knackered.
Right.
And
Great.
I really like them.
Well, that's good. No,
But
there'll be a little leather cleaner you can get, I'm sure.
Oh, no, I can't be asked to do stuff like that.
That's ridiculous. Go on YouTube and be like, someone will tell you how to, be like a Mrs. Hinge for shoes, and they'll tell you how to clean it out.
Fair enough.
So there you go.
Oh, but I had a good time. I did have a good time, but I honestly, I'm rough today.
You are. You're sitting in a coat, which is weird. Just sitting doing the podcast in a coat, guys. I don't know about you, everyone listening, but when I'm hungover, I'm really fucking hot.
No, I'm freezing.
It's really strange. She's like got her arms folded in a little jacket. You look like you're out on your tab break from work.
Oh, do I?
You're standing at, you just thrown the nearest thing on and you're standing outside smoking a tab and you're about to go back in and finish your work.
I get really cold and needy when I'm hungover.
Oh,
so today I'm
God.
cold. And then I've got to go get my hair done because I'm stupid. I'm blonde and it's high maintenance and I'm sick of me
You're
life.
not blonde, that's the problem. You've gone blonde, but you're not blonde.
Guess what I pass on the
What?
way to the hairdressers?
What?
The golden arches of heaven.
No, you don't. Which fucking way do you drive? They're not on the way to our hairdressers at all, you liar.
Oh, it's not. I'll detour. I'll detour.
Oh, right, okay, so you're passing the road, you're just going to go and get a McDonald's.
Yeah. Would you like
Brilliant.
one?
No,
Brought
thank
in
you. No, thank you.
for tea?
No, thank you. For tea? We're having McDonald's. I beg your pardon? Not McDonald's for tea.
What do you
Think
mean?
this is? Put some effort in, will you? I want something good. How dare you?
There'll be no cooking today, Ramsey.
Oh, God, right.
Unless you want a bit of vom in there.
Oh, hey, man. Goodness me. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Even if we both sound raspy and awful, it's still lovely to be here, back in your ears. It's episode 139. Without further ado, it's time for this week's lucrative sponsor.
Absolutely make no money.
This
waste of time.
week's-
Waste of my time, waste of your time. Waste of everybody's fucking time.
You always do this, but I reckon you'd be on board with it like you always are.
Okay.
This week's sponsor is leather phone cases with all of your credit cards in
Oh,
them.
ridiculous.
Hey, flappy flap flap, flap 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 flap. Oh, take a selfie. Oh, flap. Oh, flap. Oh, it's flap on the front camera. Oh, it's flap on the back camera. Whoa! It's like the 2021 version of a fucking Filofax. Stop doing it. You look ridiculous. Yeah, like for a fact people who've got them on have still got all the clicker noises.
Yeah, my dad's got one.
Yeah, when they're
My dad's got a
texting, it's.
case.
Because you know what, Rosie? When I lose my phone, I like to lose all of my other things at the same
yeah.
time. Yeah. I like to lose all my ID, all my credit cards, everything, old receipts. I like to lose all of it when I lose my phone.
Do you think the phone wipes off the card?
No, I think there's special things where it's in the way. But you can put all your credit cards on your phone now anyway, on the Apple Pay thing, on the wallet.
That is true.
So what the
I
fuck's
do like
everyone
that.
doing?
Do you know my Fitbits just told me to move?
Right?
The cheek of it. I didn't know they did that. What's it say? It's got a red. What's it say? Reminder. Oh, it's gone off.
Great.
Reminder to move. 12 left. 12 what?
12 moves.
12 star jumps.
12 moves.
I'm not doing a fucking. You can piss off.
I mean,
That's intrusive, isn't
who
it?
gets up hungover and puts their fucking Fitbit on? What the hell's the
do you
matter
want to
with
know
you?
how many steps I've done today?
How many?
238.
It's 10 to 11. 238.
That's shocking,
Does
isn't it?
Does it count depressed shuffles? Because I think you've been doing depressed shuffles.
Well, the reason why I've got my coat on is because I couldn't be asked to walk up the next flight of stairs to get a jumper.
Jesus.
And the coat was
Why have you put it on hungover? What an idiot.
I don't know. Let's check what's my heart rate?
Oh, God. Does it think
I'm
you're dead?
dead.
Yeah. Thinks you're dead.
100 beats per minute. 60, resting 60. Is that good?
Rosie, I don't know if it's good or not, but it's terrible fucking podcast pattern.
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you that
I'm
right
sorry.
now. Tune in next week and Rosie will read what it says on the fucking scales.
There's something
which
to
it
do.
stands on
What's
it.
that? O2? O2?
That'll be oxygen in your blood, probably.
How does it know the oxygen in my blood?
Oh, God, I don't know. And more importantly, I don't fucking care.
No, well, I do. I find it quite intrusive. I don't know if I'm going to wear it all the time.
Right.
Telling me to
Why
move.
are you complaining? But you've put it on. You can take it off. What do you mean you find it? Just take it off and put it on the table.
I know, but I want to know how many steps I do.
None, you're fucking sitting down.
All right. Yesterday I did like 8,000 steps and I didn't really go anywhere.
Judging by the start you've got off to today, I don't think you're going to beat that fucking record. You lazy cow. Take it off and fucking stop whinging, will you? Good God. Oh my God, you should wear one that says cheer your fucking bracket up.
Oh, I'm all right, Christ.
Oh, no, like this. Play this jingle now, you miserable shitbag.
I'm not miserable, I'm hungover. I'll cheer up in the next bit.
Great.
There'll be people listening to this at 7 o'clock in the morning, won't
Reminder to cheer up.
Okay.
Might be people hungover. Yeah, if you're listening hungover, fair play to you, big love.
I feel your pain.
Big love.
Here's the jingle.
Here's the jingle. That'll cheer you right up. Go on, man. Get it up, you.
Oh, that's what she said.
God.
We had a fight about the jingle. We couldn't settle on a jingle. So this is the jingle. We hope you like the jingle. Babadoo, 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 ba. Jingle!
Hello and welcome back to this week's episode. Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't
you
do
couldn't
it.
even finish that. You
Couldn't
were smiling
even
while you were
finish
talking
it.
there, but you didn't do it.
No, I'm all right. Listen, come on. Let's do it. Let's do this. I've got some good questions this week anyway.
Good. They're
So
always good questions.
That's good luck forward.
As always, guys, if you want to get in touch, shagmarinoid@gmail.com. Keep sending stuff in. What's it doing now? She keeps looking at
Fitbit. It's just
Fitbit.
vibrated. So hang on. What's it saying now? Goal complete? I didn't do anything. 250 out of 250. Is it broke? I haven't moved. I've been sat here.
Well, you flailed your arms a bit. Or maybe that little bit of pretending to be not hungover you did for half a sentence was so much effort, your body has told the Fitbit that you've just done a fucking marathon. Yeah, maybe. It's like she's overheating.
It's so weird. I don't even know how it knows that you move. Anyway, complicated.
Great.
But it's good. I do like this.
You're so
Thank you.
terrified.
You got it for my birthday.
I know, I got it, and you're just sitting slagging off. You're so terrified of technology. It's pathetic. We've talked about this before. Remember when you gave us that toothbrush because I asked you the language? It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
I just don't think it should know that much about you.
But
I'm really
to know what it
paranoid about
displays
my
on the
phone at the
screen.
minute.
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
really
yeah.
paranoid. I don't like saying anything.
Yeah.
Or laptops or anything.
Say
Don't.
anything in front of them, you feel
I
like
just-
the rules
I-
are cold.
I just- it
I'm
freaks
saying
us
I've got
out.
a bit of my show about it.
Have you?
My stand-up show that I'm currently touring, that one day you'll come and see.
Next
Such
week,
a
you're at the
supportive-
arena.
such a supportive
I'll
wife.
come and see you.
Newcastle Arena next week, last few tickets available. Also Salford Lowry in Manchester, a few tickets available the week after.
Chris,
I'm
don't.
just saying, normally you've got to read them all out and say there's tickets for the year, yeah. I've literally got about 2 ones left that
Okay.
aren't sold out.
Okay.
And Newcastle Arena's, obviously it's an arena, there's always going to be a handful of seats. But Salford Lowry, get on it, Manchester. Right? So there we go.
Do you want to know what happened last week?
Do I want to know what happened last week? Always.
So I stayed at my mum's in
Yes.
South Shields because I miss South Shields.
Yeah.
Which is
Big up South Shields, we
big
love
up.
you.
Love you. Stayed at my mum's. She lovingly slept on the settee, which was nice of her.
Oh,
I slept in the bed with Robin, and then Rafe was in a little travel cart.
right.
Rafe's on this special medication because we think he's got an allergy. Well, he has got an allergy. We've worked it out
just
because
don't know what it is.
when he takes this medication, he doesn't have the symptoms anymore.
Yeah.
So he has. We just need to find out what it is. So I slept in my mum's room with the kids, and the medication makes Rafe poo in the middle of the night, which is not nice.
Yeah, he's back to pooing in the middle of the night.
It's wrong.
Poor little
So he had a poo in the middle of the night. I haven't told you this, right? So I was so tired. He had a poo. I changed his nappy.
Oh,
But then my mum was asleep because she's got a flat, so she was asleep in the bit that you have to walk through to get to the kitchen, to get to
right.
the bin,
The thoroughfare.
the thoroughfare.
Right. Your mum was asleep in a corridor, like a student.
Basic. No, like the set. So it's an open plan, so you'd have to go. I didn't want to
Corridor.
wake. I didn't want to wake her
Your
up.
mum was asleep in a corridor on the way to bed, like a student.
Yeah, okay. I didn't want to wake her up. So I did that thing of like, I was like, it'll be fine. So I changed his bum and I just kind of left the pooey nappy on the floor.
You are joking.
I'm not, but I had to move it because it stunk the whole room out. But you know,
Wow.
when you're so tired, I was like, I can sleep through this. It doesn't smell that bad. It was awful. So then I had to move the nappy. And do you know where I had to put it?
Where?
At the front door.
Oh, shut it. You opened the front door and
No,
put
I
it
didn't
outside.
open the front door. I just left it at the front door because it's quite a long corridor.
You left it at the front door, so it looked like in the morning it looked like someone posted a shitty nappy through your mum's door.
Yeah, actually.
Wow.
But I'd moved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just put it on the floor and put a big mixing bowl over the top of it?
Where?
Anyway, just lock it. Put something over the top.
I didn't want to walk
smell
through
in.
to the kitchen.
Oh right,
That
you
was
didn't
the
walk
whole
through the
thing.
corridor. Right, okay. Oh God.
I know.
Why don't you wrap? Did you have any of them little bags?
No, I
You know
didn't.
the little bags that are supposed to keep the smell out, but they still fucking stink.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
A bin full of baby nappies is one of the worst smells in the world.
Baby, yeah, they're absolutely gross,
And
aren't
them
they? When you have
nappy
what about when
bins.
you have a rogue one in your normal waste bin?
Yeah,
and
so
you
put them-
forget.
but them nappy bins, you know them nappy bins. Has anyone ever you ever used them out there? Where you put them, you push it through, you like punch it through the thing, and then you twist it.
I think
round.
they're good.
Yeah, but then when you take them out, I've been up at the bin before to take them out and put them in the big bin, and it's like a fucking big long line of sausages.
It is a bit gross.
You know when
isn't it?
sausages are connected, it's
Yeah.
like little shitty pouches of Oh my god!
Poo necklace.
Oh, disgusting.
But do you know what really pissed us off though about that? It was just I do this all the time with the kids, and it's when you have a baby that you notice it more. I spend most of my time deciding what to do.
Yeah.
And it fucks us off because I spent like a good 40 minutes thinking, should I move that? No. Should I move it?
You'd lay there
I'm
all
gonna
night
go to
thinking
sleep.
about a nappy.
Well, I know, but then I was like, why didn't you just move it in the first place and then you would have had extra sleep? I was like awake going, what should I do? And I do that all the time with Rafe.
Yeah.
No, I do. I question myself constantly and I'm always like, should I do this? What's best? What's the best thing to do? And then I'm like, well, you've wasted
Well, if in
you've
doubt-
wasted a lot of time.
I can just say it'd make you feel better. I'm sure all the parents out there can agree, especially mothers. If in doubt, you're very rarely sure that you're doing the right thing. It's the problem of being a parent. If in doubt, put the shitty nappy in the fucking bin, you horrible dirty pig.
Right.
Would be my rule of thumb to go by.
But what? I didn't want to wake my mum up.
Fuck her.
Yeah, whoa.
Walk past and go and put it in the bin. Sorry, ma'am, you've got a shitty nappy. Do you want us to leave it somewhere in your house? Do you want us to leave it at your front door to stink your entire thing out so when visitors come, you think you just shit yourself and answer the door?
Well, no, because I moved it in the morning, so it didn't
I've
smell.
smelt them nappies. They linger. It'll be in the fucking wallpaper and everything now. She'll need a fumigation going on.
Babadoo, babadoo, babadoo,
So this whole chat that we've just had here reminds me of something that I never showed you.
What?
That so comedian Jason Cook, I was doing a gig with him a little while ago, and he showed us this, and then he put it on the big screen and he told the crowd about it. Right. Now the headline is: Cleaners horrified at Hebben. Now Heben's a place up where we live. I was in a TV show about it. Cleaners horrified at Hebben House where tenant left thousands of urine-filled beer cans.
Right.
Rosie.
Where are the left?
There's the photo.
Oh, my word.
So, guys, I'm showing Rosie now on my phone. I know it's a podcast, but I'm showing her a photo of, you know, when you've got a few empty Carling cans on a bench or whatever after a party. Imagine every single surface in multiple rooms, floor, everything covered. All of them are full of piss.
They're all full of wee.
All of them are full of piss.
That's
The
gross.
tenant left and the cleaners came in and he left them all like that.
Why?
I don't know. Something to do with apparently the toilet didn't work was something in the story. The toilet didn't work and he left them all there.
That's
But he filled up
awful.
cans of pit and just left them. It's like some kind of Damien Hirst art installation.
You're gonna have to put that on Twitter or something.
I'll put that on Instagram. I'll put it on the day this podcast
Don't
comes
put it
out.
on Instagram. Instagram's quite nice. You don't want that on there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just scrolling through.
You can't be filtering that.
There's a photo of a flower. There's some latte foam art. There's me friend's baby. There's 1,000 piss-filled cans of Carling.
Oh, you've got a CD player.
Yeah,
It's got a really
that's it.
retro CD
Yeah,
player.
it's one of them. Yeah, it's one of them sort of ones that
Wow.
can you remember the ones that came in sections, the CD players, where the bottom would be
Silver.
like a tape deck, the next one would be a CD, the top would be like either a record player or your radio.
I haven't
and you
seen
could
one of them
build
for donkeys. God, I used to love mine, you know.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's what you've took from that. I showed you thousands and thousands of piss-filled beer cans, and you've took. Oh, I love my CD player. Brilliant.
That's awful.
Yeah. So there you go.
Thought it was going to be worse, though, to be fair. Have you seen the ones with all the tea bags on the
Yes,
sink?
the massive big pile of them.
That's
Yeah, someone sent
awful.
us that as well. Incredible. Huge pile of them. What are you doing? You've just found some sanitizer in your pocket and you're putting sanitizer on. What are you doing?
I don't know.
We're doing a podcast. Why are you putting sanitizer on?
I've been brainwashed.
Guys, she went into our pockets and she found something and just put it on.
I've got quite a lot. What else have I got? Look at.
Oh my
Hang on.
God, this is the worst.
Oh, I've got £1 and a penny.
£1, 2.50 pences and a penny. Anything else in
I've
that?
got that sanitizer because we went the fair the other day.
Yeah.
Robin is obsessed with the 2p machines.
Oh, Jesus.
He's
yeah.
obsessed.
He doesn't get it.
Like, we couldn't leave until he'd spent all of his 2p.
Yeah.
And then obviously I had to sanitize the shit out of the hands.
Yeah.
Because, you know, pennies and it's rank, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's not worse than the smell of your hands when you can smell pennies.
As if some stuff still got rules to COVID, but the two beds machines are all on.
Oh,
the world's backwards.
It's the lack of sort of uniformity, the lack of what's the word I'm looking for?
Common sense.
Yeah, but there's no across the board. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Some places are like, wear a welder's mask, stay 9 meters apart, don't look at someone or you'll kill them. And other places are like, now it's commonplace to lick each other's faces when we come in, so do your face lick and sit down. There's no fucking rule
Really
across
not.
the board.
You just gotta go in and just hope for the best, don't you?
Sick of it.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
I've got another parenting dilemma currently.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, well, mine is Rafe's crawling now, which is great.
He's doing very well.
He's
bless
doing
him.
very well. He's bashed his head so many times, like, oh my.
Can you remember when Robin did it in the old house? So
What?
we had, I don't know if we've talked about it here, we had, I think they call them a nest of tables.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where it's the little table that
Yeah,
slides
yeah.
under the slightly bigger one and then there's a
I
slightly
love
bigger one?
I love a nest of tables.
Love a nest of tables.
Cannot slag. I know they're really old school.
Yeah.
But they're so practical.
Rosie, it's the Swiss Army table.
It is.
It's great.
It's. I need a little table for me cuppa.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get it from under me nest.
Oh, hold on. I've got cuppa and plate of biscuits. Bigger table, please.
Yes. Yeah.
Hold on, I've got cuppa, plate of biscuits, plate of crisps, glass of wine. Bigger table, thanks.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that the big table's got the lamp on, so you can't move that.
Whoa.
You know, the daddy.
You've put a lamp on the largest nest of tables. I didn't okay this.
Well, what you got? That's
I didn't
the
sign
thing.
off on this. No,
But that's what you do.
Well then, it's not even a nest of tables anymore.
There's
It's
two
just
more.
2 tables.
2 more.
Well, it's not even a nest anymore. It's just 2 tables.
Oh, for God's sake!
What the hell? This is terrible. Why have you done this?
It was a rookie mistake.
Like, what, it's just 2 tables now. Oh, fuck it, honestly.
I wonder why it's called
This
a nest of
fucking house.
tables.
I don't know. We've probably even said the
Oh.
wrong thing.
Is it because like nests is twigs, like loads of twigs?
I doubt
Wood.
it very much. I think it's just because they're all nestled together.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay,
Nothing
nestled.
to do with wood. Otherwise, what the hell?
Chris,
How hungover are you?
Honestly,
or a real table?
I don't think I'm here. I don't feel like
Or
I'm here.
Do you feel like you're dreaming?
I feel like this is a dream.
You thought it was nest because of twigs, because of wood. Well, then wouldn't everything wood not be called something to do with a nest? Isn't it not like, because you normally got 3 little baby, the classic thing is 3 baby birds in a nest, all mouths open, so there's 3 tables, nest of tables. Oh, hey, anyway. Do you know what? I bored myself. Howie, what's your parent?
Oh, so me parent so me parent.
Oh no, I didn't even finish the nest of tables thing.
Oh,
So Robin,
fucking hell,
it was
what?
when Robin was little, he was crawling, I watched
Uh-huh.
him, and he grabbed onto the nest of tables as if they were, and he pulled them and they buried him on the head. And can you not remember, I ran upstairs in the old house and I was like, he's banged, and he had the biggest fucking egg on
Oh,
the
I
front of his
do
head
remember.
ever.
Yeah.
Literally, it was like an inch off his head. I was
Well,
devastated.
Rafe's worse than that. Rafe just keeps like holding on to something and then tries to get up, but then pushes the thing out of his way and
'Cause
then
he's
just
hard as fuck.
falls
Yeah.
on his face.
He's massive.
Well, anyway, my dilemma at the minute is
Yeah.
I don't know whether to leave him or take him.
What do you mean?
So if I leave the room to go for a wee, he
Yeah.
can move now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what, do I run and wee really quickly
Right.
and just hope for the best? If I put him somewhere safe, I go, right, he's safe there. If he's fine, he's on the sponge thing, he's got that toy, you can't choke on anything, right, I can run and be 3 seconds.
Right.
Or do I just take him with us? And that's another thing that I spend a lot of time on. So I stand there going, what should I do? Should I take him with us or should I leave him?
Before
Should
you
I
know
take
it,
him?
you've pissed yourself.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, this is where one of your beefs with me was that I hold our son while I go for a wee.
That's vile.
Jealous now?
Well, I mean, I've done it in the past. I'll probably have to start doing it again.
Then. I hold him all the
I
time.
take
I'm
him.
having a wee.
He comes for a wee with me every morning. In the
Right.
morning, we'll go downstairs. First thing we do is we'll go down the downstairs loo. I sit him on the floor and I have a wee, and we'll just kind of look at each other. And he smiles and that, and he's like, "All right," and I'm like, "Hiya, morning, Mummy's having a wee wee."
Weird, but it's really quite nice.
It's every morning, and he's still in his sleeping bag, so he just kind of sat up in his little sleeping bag, like, "Hiya, Mum," and I'm like, "All right, son, I'll get your bottle in a minute, but Mummy's got to empty herself."
I've got to have a little
from
wee
the night
first, then I've
before.
got to go to the front door and move all the nappies I've been keeping there because I'm a minger.
He does enjoy that. I can tell in his face. He's like, "This is nice. This is our routine. We've got a routine going on." Then Robin comes down, and then I can't leave Rafe with Robin because he's just
You don't know
just
what they're
too
gonna do.
no. I
You
just
don't
know
know
what
what
they're
they're
gonna
gonna
do. So I've just got to. I do end up taking him with us everywhere. Poor kid.
We are lucky how much they love each other, to be fair, because I did see a video the other day of someone showing a newborn baby to a toddler, and the toddler just fucking punched the baby as hard as they could.
Really?
The maddest video. Yeah. It was just like, here's a... it was that... by the way, on Reels, I think it's a TikTok thing, on Reels on Instagram, can we all stop using the thing that does this voice? Fucking doing my nutting. How do people do that? Is it some kind of thing?
I think it's TikTok. I think you can just say something.
That person. That is TikTok.
No, I don't think that is the Mrs. TikTok. No. I think it's
show your partner your. Oh my god! So fucking annoying. It's unsettling. Show me that you're a mother without telling me that you're a man. Oh god!
I think it's just a voice that's put on.
Right, everyone. I've requested it. Stop it. That's my request. But yeah, it was like showing our new baby to our current daughter, and it showed them. It was like da da da. And the kid just went bang, fuck off, just like twatted this baby. So we're lucky. We are lucky that like each other.
He does, yeah.
The only time Robin will help me is because he plays with them too rough and loves them too much.
It is suffocating.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
What, do you think I suffocate you with love?
Just back off, Just back off.
You wish that I suffocated you with love.
Off.
You really do wish
Personal
that.
space.
I think every birthday when you blow out them candles, you're like, please let her suffocate me with love.
Sorry. In what world have you ever got me candles for my birthday? We all know for the past 2 years I've had to go and buy my own cake, so you can fucking rewind right away on that bullshit.
Oh, boo-hoo.
See? Look at it. You've gone back on your bullshit straight away. You've never got me birthday candles.
Are you looking forward to Robin's party next week?
Yes.
His little party with all his little friends from school.
Yes, I've sorted out his cake and everything, so yeah, it's going to be great.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
It's time for What's Your Beef?
What's your beef?
Beef.
What is your beef?
What is me beef? I'll tell you exactly what my beef is. Do you want us to jump straight in?
Yep, go on.
Do you want us to jump straight in?
Yeah.
My beef
Don't
with
hurt
you.
yourself. Don't hurt yourself on the bottom of the pool.
My beef with you this week, you started doing it a lot, and I'm really sick of it. Every time now that I come home from being on tour and I open our bin and I go to throw something in the bin bag is still in there, but it's tied up. It's the worst fucking crack ever. If you are tying up that bin bag, couple of things. If you're tying up the bin bag, remove the bin bag and go and put it in the bin outside.
Right, no, okay.
Yeah. And if you are removing the bin bag, part of the job of removing the bin bag is putting a new bin bag in the bin. Right? Mm-hmm. You literally, I go to throw something in the bin, like a tea bag or whatever, and I press the paddle and I throw it and it just hits the top of a tied up bag and I've got nowhere to put the rubbish.
Okay.
Pack it in.
No, I'm on my own. I can't leave the kids to take the bin outside.
Put it at the door with all the nappies. Just put it somewhere. Don't tie it and leave it in the bin. Put it next to the bin.
But then it'll smell if it's out anyway.
Just leave it then.
The bins are your job, Ramsey.
Not when
the bins are not my job. I do everything else. I'm not doing the fucking bins as well.
Not when I'm not here. I can't do them. I physically can't do them when I'm not here.
Well, allow me to have another partner, right? For when you're not here, so that I don't have to do the bins.
Is it weird that I'm considering it, so the house would be, not falling apart when I get back?
House
is it weird that I'm
falling
considering
apart.
that?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it is.
I can't leave the kids, and then I can't, when they're in bed, I can't go and take the bin outside because then I feel like a murderer has entered our house when I've gone outside.
Lock the door behind you.
I'll still think they're there. I can't. It's something that's in my brain.
Right.
If I leave the house and the kids are in bed asleep, if I step out of that door,
I've got a solution
back or front, somebody's gonna.
I've got a solution for you.
What?
Have the app that I've got that tells you when anyone goes anywhere near the front door.
Oh God, no!
Brilliant.
Why would I want that?
Brilliant, because you're so scared of technology, you won't even have the app that will solve the problem you just put
pings
forward.
All the time. It's infuriating, Chris. You got it on your phone. Oh, sorry, listeners, but this is another beef of mine. He's got the app on his phone. Every time someone comes to the door, ding. So when you leave in the house, right, if Chris has got his phone in his pocket, all you hear is
it does tell us when I'm at my own door.
And you're like, I forgot my code. I've got to go. I'm just going to quickly get right the waste bottle. And I'm like, oh my God! Can I enter my house without a fucking little bell going off?
Well, you can't, and no one can. That's the point, right? That's the point.
How am I ever going to have an affair with you watching over me like this?
Can't date somewhere else, right? Leave and then come back later.
I can't leave the kids because he has to come here.
You know what I do love doing? Because we've got the cameras all over the place and it tells us when anyone's literally anywhere near the house. It's great. It's like being, I don't know, it's like being the boss in a computer game. Do you know what I mean?
So
I know when they're attacking. I do like, when I get the ping on the door, I do like running to the door really quickly before the person actually knocks. And then they go like, oh God. And I go, yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
I do. I like surprising people. They go, I didn't even knock. I go, I know you didn't. I know you didn't. I got a ping. I've got pressure pads on. I've got pressure pads on the drive. I've got cameras everywhere.
I really hate that ping.
What can you do? Nothing.
Have I done my beef yet?
Yeah. Should we move on?
Yeah. I'll save me one I was meant to do for next week.
All right. Really? Well,
I
what's
can't
your beef?
remember what it was.
Really? You're not even going to do a beef?
No, I can't be asked.
Wow.
You're bringing down my already quite negative vibe. I'm hungover to shit.
Yes,
I can't be
oh,
positive,
guys,
so I
this is a
don't want
first.
to fight.
Guys,
What?
She doesn't fight back when she's hungover. I've got a golden ticket.
I actually can't be bothered. All I'm thinking about is getting a McDonald's. So
All I need to do now is start an argument on a day that you're hungover, and I'll always win the argument.
I'm not this hungover very often.
I can't lose.
I'm quite good at drinking.
I'll bring you more wine.
I'm a regular drinker, so I just have like a glass a night.
Yeah.
But last night I had about 7 glasses in one night. That's why I feel like this.
Got you. There we go.
Not in a good way.
You know, you look. I want to say you look fine, but
Do I?
Nah.
I'm worried about my hairdresser. He's going to be like, you stink.
Yeah, there's alcohol as well today.
I know. Eh?
Hmm?
What?
What?
What did you say?
You stink of alcohol as well.
I know.
today.
Do I? Garlic, alcohol, all the lot. All of the
joke
all
was
of the
that you stink.
repellers.
The joke was that you stink all the time, but you're so fucking. You didn't even get it. Oh,
No.
Why do I bother? Why? Why do I bother? Wasted round here.
I know. Sorry.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
It's time for questions from the public.
Pews from the pews. Questions from the public.
Public. Guys, as always, if you want to get in touch, it is shaggedmarriedannoyed@gmail.com. And remember, some of them get used on the podcast, and some of them are also being used for the live shows as well. The tour starts up again at the end of this month at Manchester, which is sold out, and then we've got the O2, and then we've got all of the arenas all over the UK. Still some tickets available. shaggedmarriedannoyed.com. Get them through there.
Come and see us.
What's really good, I don't know if I've mentioned this, is the fact that the full second section of the show is different every night, but also off the cuff, which is me. It's one of my funnest bits.
Yeah.
I enjoy the second half of our show more than I enjoy doing my stand-up show. I'll tell you that right
I know
now.
what you've said.
I'll tell you that right now.
I don't think people believe that it's different every night.
They don't.
Whenever we tell people, they're like, yeah. I'm like, no, it genuinely is.
Yeah, they
Genuinely is.
Well, you know, they'll see. Or will they? Will or not? But they don't believe it. Yeah. I do that. So I've got story in my stand-up show. I've got stories that I had to fight not to put on this podcast because I was like, when we thought comedy was never going to happen again, stand-up wasn't going to happen. So there's so many stories that have happened in our lives that I had for my stand-up. I'd earmarked them, and then we nearly told them on this during the whole pandemic. But then I have to say during the show, doing my stand-up, I have to go, look, this what I'm about to tell you happened word for word. But the more you say this is true, the more they think, you're fucking lying. But they did. And it's really difficult to stand there on stage going, please believe us, I promise.
It's all true.
I promise.
I'm
Really
not
weird.
a liar.
But they're
I'm
enjoying
a
them, and I'm
truth
enjoying it as well.
teller.
So it's all good. I am a truth teller.
Right. Hi, Chris and Rosie.
Hi.
I was listening to you guys chat about how Rosie's dad tells the story of how he was walking at 8 months and pissing myself at your response. Fuck off. Well, my husband's mum insists that he too was walking at 8 months. Better still, she says at 1 year old he opened the front door, walked down the street into the local bakery, took an uncut loaf of bread from the shelf and started eating it all on his own, and she didn't know for a while that he had gone. Fuck right off.
She's the worst parent ever.
It says, I mean, she's my mother-in-law, so naturally I laughed along, but inside I was screaming the F-bomb right at her.
Wow.
No, and then 8 months he walked down the street and he got a loaf of bread and he started eating it.
Uncut loaf as well.
Uncut loaf.
I like that. I like that extra bit of extraneous detail there. Uncut loaf. I like that.
I'm sorry, but that one, bullshit. 2, horrific parenting. 3, a little bit jealous that you live right next to a baker.
Oh, the smells.
Oh, I'd
the
love to live next
smells.
to a bakery. Imagine.
So that's reminded me of 2 little things that I want to just tell you here. So a friend of mine is a coach for UFC fighters, right?
Yeah.
But when he was a fighter himself, he told me that when he was eating clean, right? If he was eating clean and trying to cut weight for a fight, it's crazy what they put themselves through. Like they just, they eat nothing. They eat, zero calorie
Had
stuff.
my
but
rice
eat fucking-
cake and my fish.
Yeah, and the fish and a rice cake. They eat nothing. It's crazy, right? He told me that he used to walk through the bakery section in Morrison's and just stand there sniffing.
I've done that on a diet before.
Yeah, but we did training together, and he was late, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I'm late. I just went and stood in the bakery aisle in Morrison's. I just lost track of time." And I was
Wow.
like, just fucking stood there sniffing.
That's sad.
Because it would give him the hit he needed, then he'd leave.
That's
That would make it worse for
do you know
me.
what it is? I'm all for I've got to reel myself in because I could eat just everything all the time. So I do sometimes have to go, Rosie, no, you're not hungry, you're bored. Don't do, or you're thirsty. Do you know what I mean? But
Do you ever sometimes get the littlest table of the nest of tables out to dissuade yourself from putting loads of stuff on it?
snacks and
little
that.
tiny one. Yeah, it's got a can't fit on the table.
Yeah, but that's really torturing yourself, I find.
Well, he was doing it for fighting. He was doing it to make weight for his job, which is fair enough. But yeah, the other thing, whenever someone says uncut loaf, have I ever told you about what my dad used to get whenever he went swimming when he was a kid?
Is this the chip butty?
Yeah, and have I mentioned it?
I don't know. You might have. You've told me
if I have
before.
on here, what he used to get, and I've never done it in my life, and I've always wanted to do it.
Sounds unreal.
He used to go. There was a baker's next door to a chip shop, apparently in Whitburn, near Sunderland, and he used to go. Was it in Sunderland? Anyway, and he used to go and get just outside Sunderland, and he would get a loaf of bread. Uncut loaf of white bread from the baker's, rip the top off, eat that bit, hollow out the inside, eat all of the white.
Eat the bread?
Just hollow out all of the inside, eat all that dry white bread. Next door, chip shop, instead of getting it in the paper, he would just go fill that up and he would give them a fucking hollowed out loaf of bread, and they would just fill it with chips, loads of salt, loads of vinegar, and he would just eat that.
Do you know what would make that even better?
What?
Gravy,
alcoholic sauce, maybe.
Oh my word! Or curry sauce.
Imagine the fucking mess.
Oh yeah, I don't want them. I want chips. I want a chip, buddy. I need something like that. Oh, I'm gonna die at the hairdresser's.
Right, okay.
I'm actually gonna die. I'll pass out.
Great.
I will pass.
Our hairdresser's got a lovely afternoon in front of him because he is going to have you sitting there stinking of having chippy garlic gravy sweats. So that's gonna be nice. Great, good for him. Yeah. If you burped in the fucking show or anything last night to go by, you might as well wear a fucking diver's helmet.
Babadoo, 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 ba. Babadoo, 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 ba.
Hi, Rosie and Chris. You guys will definitely appreciate this. Isn't it weird that your nipples are older than your teeth?
Sorry?
Said, isn't it weird that your nipples are older than your teeth?
They
are.
How's this? Wow, don't you tell us they are? Explain yourself.
Well, it just said, isn't it weird? But they are. Because I read that and I was like, that is weird because your nipples have been on your body longer than your teeth because your teeth change.
Yeah, but they're there.
No, but your baby teeth have gone. So the baby tooth that you had from being a baby is gone. So it's your adult tooth. So your nipples are older than your teeth.
Are you stoned? Is this... This is horrible. I feel like I've walked into a student dorm and everyone's sitting... puff, puff, puff. Yeah, how come as towels dry they get wetter? Oh, shut up, you boring fucking wankers. Your nipples aren't older than your teeth. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. They're not, because have you ever seen an X-ray of a baby's skull? The adult teeth are inside your skull.
There. Oh well, Claudia, you stupid twat.
Excuse me, you read it and read it on the podcast. You went, oh yeah, they are.
I don't know. I thought it was quite interesting.
It's not interesting. It's stupid.
Right, man. Right,
your
okay.
teeth are, or if you've seen the X-ray of a baby's skull, by the way, is one of the most terrifying things in the world. It looks like the fucking clown from bloody It. All your adult teeth are in the head. They're in the head there.
I'm absolutely ready for Rafe's fontanelle to close over as well.
Freaking me out, like, disgusting. I still hate it. Yeah. I thought it would close the other day, and I was like, oh, it's not there. Oh, it's still there.
It's still there.
It's like a little flesh trampoline.
It's when you go and say hello to him or whatever. If he's sat in his high chair and he's done, I'm like, all right, now stroke his head. I'm getting...
I think we've talked about it as well, but it's when they're dehydrated and you can see the heartbeat
and
through
it pulses. On holiday, it was like...
It's like a fucking fish. Oh, God, nah. Horrible. Horrible.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
Dear Chris and Rosie, when my cousin was dating her ex, they came up with baby names for their imaginary future children. This was after about a year.
So she wasn't pregnant. We'll just
I think just sometimes when you be in relationships, you talk about what you would do and what you would name your kids and that. After a few disagreements, the one name that they both agreed on was Lincoln.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They both loved it and talked about the name often, so they chose a name for their unborn child.
Weird, but okay.
But yeah, I know it's
It's nice that they're planning a future together, but how often do they talk about it is my question.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like, I wonder what Lincoln will think of this.
Well, listen to this.
Okay.
They broke up around a year later, and then a few years passed without them speaking.
Who got custody of the imaginary child?
Well, listen. One day on Facebook, my cousin's ex posted to say that he and his new partner had a baby. They called the baby Lincoln.
Fuck, that's really weird.
Considering my cousin and him had spoken about this name for 2 years, and then he calls his firstborn child with the same name, is so creepy and weird to me.
That's it. Now, it's not weird for him, in my opinion. It's weird for the girl he's with now who's had the kid to go, what baby name should we pick? Well, me and me ex loved the name
I'm
Lincoln.
guessing that he didn't say that.
I don't think he said that
I
either.
don't think he said that. I think
you're
he's
right.
gone, I love Lincoln. And she's gone, like the president. I like that.
Like the place.
Is it a place?
Excuse me, I'm playing Lincoln Engine Shed soon. I think it's sold out.
Of course it is, Lincoln. Of course it is.
It's a great place, Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think that's what's happened.
Wow. Mm-hmm. How would you feel if you found out that you had named your child in the future? Say now, say they listen to this.
Right.
How would you feel if you found out that our children were named because of a name that me and my ex had talked about loads and would loved and were like, these are them? We had an imaginary child and we're talking about them all the time.
I think I wouldn't be very happy about that, to be honest. I think that, I don't know.
It's a betrayal. It
is
is a betrayal.
bit of a, but then at
it's
the same
a betrayal
time,
from the past.
It's just a name, isn't it? But
Yeah,
then
but
names are quite important. I don't know.
It's a weird one because
It
it's
is
a massive
strange.
betrayal, but it's also not a betrayal at all. I guarantee this will split people down the middle. I guarantee if you spoke to someone, you could get different opinions. You could get, that doesn't matter. Or you could get, oh my God, that's terrible. Wow. It's like cheating on someone in a dream.
It is a bit. Well, I had completely different names for our kids from what I thought I would when I was younger.
Yeah.
What were the names you wanted to call your kids when you were older?
Never
when you were
thought
younger?
about that. Not a weirdo.
Did you not?
No, not a weirdo. Didn't think about
No,
that.
I had two, and they're the worst, probably some of the worst names I've ever heard.
Right. You
I
can't
say
say
that 'cause
that because
someone's gonna be
someone
called-
someone's been listening to it now going, well, I'm called Bartholomew. How dare she?
It wasn't Bartholomew.
Of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't.
Don't know what it was. No,
I don't think I do because we're going to slag people
I'm
off.
sorry. Okay, I won't.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
Hey guys, I heard you talking about your injuries you'd had at school this week, and it reminded me of something that happened when I was in year 9.
Mm-hmm.
One of the games we played in PE was possibly the stupidest thing in the world. I don't know how my teacher thought that this could end in anything other than pain.
Okay.
The idea was that you had to learn to trust your partner. We were put into pairs. One member of the pair had to wear a blindfold and the other didn't. Then the blindfolded person had to essentially just run full speed across the hall at the brick wall at the other end.
What the hell?
They were supposed to trust their partner to tell them when to stop. Obviously, though, we were a class of 14-year-old girls and were inevitably going to get distracted. This game lasted about 2 minutes and ended abruptly when one of the girls forgot to tell her partner to stop. The blindfolded girl ran directly in the wall and shattered her kneecaps. I don't think they played that game again.
Shattered her kneecaps?
What a ridiculous game. That's taken, because we used to do stuff like trust games. You know, have you never
Well,
done
you
them?
put arms out and fall back and to catch them.
Well, no, not just that. You would sometimes have like a maze or something. Someone would be blindfolded and you'd be like, well, you have to go left and then right.
Never did this in my school.
We did stuff like that.
Did you guys not have trampolines?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Right.
What, when you have to spot for people?
Just sounds like something shit schools would do. Like, we've got no stuff, we've got no equipment, the balls have all burst. Put your tie around your face and run at the wall. Fucking stupid.
We never ran it. That's ridiculous.
Everybody
run at the wall and your partner will tell you when to stop. Like, what the hell?
If anyone involved in the next series of Squid Games listening, I think we've just found one of your games.
Stop.
Red light, green light, shattered kneecaps. Shattered kneecaps.
I know.
How are you running?
Well, because
how does she run? Like a cartoon villain where they lean back and they run.
the legs are just like
A bag of swag over the shoulder that they've just stolen.
Maybe she was just full throttle run. You know when you like have your knees up.
Shattered
I don't know.
kneecap. Both knees though. Good God.
Oh, kneecap. Just one.
Brilliant. There
Just
we go.
one
That
kneecap.
makes-
So she
makes
would have
perfect
just
sense.
been
Makes
sorry.
perfect sense.
Not both.
Good grief.
Ran directly in the wall and shattered her kneecap. Sorry.
Wow. Did I never tell you? I must have told you, but when we did trampolining at school, you know, you did trampolining. The trampolines were always there. You could always see them. It was the best thing to do by a mile, and you literally did them once a year. You never ever did them. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, they never got them out.
I'm jealous
did
of
they?
how much trampoline access children nowadays have.
Yeah.
Think about when we were kids.
Oh my! That's so true.
You've no access to trampolines.
Nah, never.
You go on holiday once a year. There might be a trampoline park on the Costa del Sol or whatever. You walk past it on a night. There's arcades. There's a bit of mini golf and there's some trampolines.
Yeah.
That's once a year, right? I used to go when we went on holiday. If there was a trampoline park, I would go every single night. That would be me for the night. Me, mum and dad would take us and stand there gutted while I just bounced up and down.
Yeah.
I remember one year we found one that had a bar as well. They were over the moon. And yeah, at school you would go on as well. Now, one time we were doing trampolining, and one of the lads, if you were allowed to do a backflip or a front flip, right? So
We were pikes and stuff like that.
well, everyone had to stand around, or everyone stands around to catch them, kind of thing. And one of the lads, it's twice this happened in my school, right? One of the lads, he was called Billy. He was actually one of the lads I've mentioned recently who said that you get weights on your dick at the thing. It's the same lad.
You didn't mention the names. Now you have.
I said Billy and Jamie.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I didn't
right,
get
fair
second.
enough.
This is Billy.
Right.
He's a little lad. He was very athletic. And he did a front flip, but he went a little bit further round. It was right at the beginning of the class. He did a front flip, so we did almost 1.5 front flips. And the teacher realised he'd done 1.5 and was like, I bet you could do double if you tried. And he was like, all right, that was the rest of the lesson. We all stood round the rest of the lesson. It was 45 minutes of just him on the trampoline trying to do double front flips.
Torture.
It was fucking rubbish. It was one of the worst
I'm
lessons.
sorry, your schools were horrible.
My PE teacher was a prick, is what the
Right,
problem was.
okay.
And we stood there. It was the whole lesson, and I just remember thinking, "Is no one else having a turn?" No, go on, Billy, you can do it. Go on, do a double front. Poor lad, he was goosed by the end of it.
Yeah, because you really want to turn on the trampoline. You really, really want
None
to
of
go.
them got a turn. None of them got a turn when it was shown that he could nearly do it. It was terrible. It happened once we did, again, I think the teacher just liked getting in the local paper. I'm sure he would phone the paper and be like, student does double front flip. Another lad did a long jump at one point, and one of the lads got a decent score on the long jump, and he was like, oh, that's close to the youth record or whatever. Rest of the lesson, we just had to watch this lad do the one jump.
That's utter shit.
Fucking rubbish.
You're totally
Still
right,
angry
though.
about it.
Kids don't know the bone
The access that this generation have got
to trampolines. You're totally right.
In my day, trampolines were few and far between.
So really, you've made one of your most valid points you've ever made. That's a really good point.
Wow.
I'll give you that. And climbing walls as well. Climbing walls are crazy accessible.
Yeah.
You know, you can just, if you want to take your kid to a climbing wall on a
Couldn't
Sunday,
back in the day,
you
there's
can.
none of that.
No,
None of that.
Nah.
So there we go.
Wow, we've
God.
hit something here.
Yeah.
Soft plays. They were a dime a dozen when I was young. They're all over the shop now.
Well, they're constant now, soft plays. It used to be a hall that got all the soft stuff out and put it away. Now they're just a
Do you
constant.
remember Pirates, what was it called, man?
Pirates Playland at Leisure
Pirates
Centre.
Playland at the
Absolutely
Leisure.
unbelievable. It was
It's
massive.
great in there.
Massive. Class.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
Dear Chris and Rosie, please keep me anonymous as I don't want to get into trouble at work.
Great.
I work as a secondary school teacher and thought you'd like to hear about the time one of my students put the school up for sale on purple bricks.
Fantastic. Yes, 100%, please.
The reception staff allegedly found out about this when someone rang in to arrange a viewing.
Of a school? Who's buying a school?
Developers do. Developers buy old schools and stuff, don't they?
It's just really funny.
Probably to make a trampoline park. I ended up having to look after the kid when he was on detention and had the hardest time trying to keep a straight face whilst telling him off.
You can't.
Great, that, isn't
This is
it?
fantastic. It's brilliant.
It says, what's the funniest thing you got into trouble for when you were at school?
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I told you once I got put on report for having my shirt tucked out.
Oh, because the teacher hated you.
Yeah, well, most teachers say it is because I talk too much. Irony, if anyone's listening. Well, hey. So I remember I think it was when I won the yo-yo competition and I stood up to collect me toffee crisp, which I'm still angry about. Have I told you this story?
No, I don't know.
The teacher did a yo-yo competition. I think it was year 8 or year 9, and she was like, "I'm going to do a yo-yo competition." Taught about it in the seminary, and she was like, "There'll be a prize." I was like, "Oh my god!" So I did the yo-yo competition, and I won it because I was brilliant on my yo-yo. Also because I was last to go. So anyone who did a trick that I didn't know, I just did it in my set as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
Set.
my set. Oh, God, this is tragic.
We actually did it next to the trampolines.
I bet you were well hard.
They were folded up. Yeah, they were folded up. At one point, I just hung the string on my erection. I was buzzing. Yeah, and then she was like, right, the prize will be given in assembly. And I stood up to get my prize in front of everyone.
It was a toffee
It was a toffee
crisp.
crisp. I could have smacked her. I was so angry.
Was it a big one or a little one?
Just normal toffee crisp. And when I went up to get it, I had my shirt tucked out, and I got put on the board to have my shirt tucked out. I mean, it backfired massively, which is why I've never tried at anything since then.
I love a toffee crisp though.
Toffee crisp. I was expecting a Pro Yo 2. All the adverts on the telly for the Pro Yo 2. It had a wooden spindle in the middle. It span forever. It spun just constantly. It was amazing. You could do loads of tricks. Oh, here's a toffee crisp, fucking 20 pence from the tuck shop. I bet she didn't even pay for it. I bet she just took it.
I'd have been buzzing.
Probably from a multi-pack.
What did I get wrong for? I didn't get in trouble much at school, but I've got a do you know when my memories are really mixed up? I've got a memory, whether it's true or not, I don't know, of me being made to go into another science class. I think I got caught I was like you, I talked a lot. One of my teachers caught us talking about how worms have sex, right? And I think she was a bit annoyed at us because I was talking. She was like, "What are you talking about?"
Right.
And I was like, "I'm telling everyone how worms have sex." And she was like, "Well, why are you doing that?" And blah blah blah. And then she made me go into the other. I think teachers just took the piss out of kids. Actually, looking back,
Right.
she made me go into another class and stand at the front of the class and tell them all what I had been talking about in class. I've got a very vivid memory of being in another classroom talking about worms in an older kids.
Oh, wow.
She really had my life, to be fair. I think that's actually
That's
not
genius.
not nice, though, is it?
So you got caught talking about worms on sections. Was like, right, okay. So no, that's like another. You know when they catch you a little note and they go, "I'll read that note out in front of the class."
It's
That you're
embarrassing
passing
us.
around. Yeah. Just like, you will go into year 9. You're in year 7.
Yeah.
You'll go into the
Yeah,
year
no,
9
it's like
science
that.
class and present your findings.
And tell them what was so interesting, more interesting than my lesson.
Wow, she's really took that personally. So how do worms have sex?
So I think this is what I remember. They lie opposite each other and just shoot stuff at each other. That's what she made us go into everyone.
End of presentation. Rosie Winter, everyone.
What she didn't
Hey,
realise.
Rosie, you know what, Rosie? That was so good. We're going to tour the whole school. Come on.
What she didn't realise is actually that I love performing in front of people. So
That's where it started.
To me, she was doing us a favour. I was
Wow.
like, this is getting me out of a lesson that I hate, and I'm here performing in front of my fellow friends and folk. So fuck you, Mrs. Can't remember your name.
We, me and me 3 mates went to get, you had to get signed out of school.
What do you mean when you were
finished?
poorly?
No, when you finished. The day we finished all our exams, and then you had to go in and get signed out for some weird reason. I don't know what the crack was.
I don't know what you mean. From when you full on like year 11,
Finished.
you're done.
Year 11,
right?
finished.
Signed out.
Done. Had to get signed out.
I don't think I did that. I went back for my GCSE results.
Did you not get signed out?
Oh shit!
Are you still-
I
Are you still at school? You didn't get signed out?
Chris, I don't think I signed out of school.
Oh, your attendance.
Oh my god!
Your attendance is going to be shut. There's an empty desk there. Do you know how many classes are sitting, waiting for you to come and tell them how worms have sex? You know that syllabus is bare.
I cannot believe that
Literally,
I'm still signed
biology, they open the syllabus and they go, "There's a big blank page here for worms having sex." Oh no, we've got a student just due any day now. She's a bit late. She's going to come and tell everyone how worms have sex. Yeah, we'll give her a toffee crisp. She loves it. So I had to get signed out, and this is one of them things where you realise when you're older, you go, "I was a fucking mug there. Like I was a massive mug for putting up with that." We got signed out by our teacher and walked down the corridor, and we were like, "Way!" and we're like high-fiving each other because we've been signed out. And another teacher popped out of the classroom and went, "What are you doing, making all this noise in the corridor?" And we're like, "We just got signed out. Like we're going." And I think one of us like gave it a bit of a lip of like, "You've got no power here." And he was like, "Get in here now." And we like went in and we had to sit through his entire lesson. It was the beginning of the period, and we had to sit for an extra. He basically
up.
gave her the ultimate detention. We just signed out. We were no longer at the school, and he gave her an hour lesson.
Why would what? They're such dicks, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, it must be. Yeah, but he had a younger lesson in, so I assume, and getting the lads who just signed out, ragging them into his lesson, and made us all sit there with the year 7s. I assume that really made him
Did
look
it teach
amazing.
you anything?
It taught us he was a prick.
They probably did teach with some stuff, I suppose, because I was a bit embarrassed having to go into that other class and tell them. So I didn't talk as much, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all right, bravo.
It must
Well
be. I always bring it back to it must be absolutely difficult as out being a teacher.
done. Oh, yeah, it is. I've
must
worked
be
in schools.
horrendous.
It's
Well,
awful.
I
I've
mean,
never
I
worked
had
in a
our-
comprehensive. I don't think I could do that.
No, I had our son at home. We had our son at home for a few months during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I literally, I get a round of applause of the teachers every night on my stand-up
Yeah.
show. I say,
Yeah,
we're
it's
sorry, we're having you 6 weeks off.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
Hello, Rosie and Chris. I've been binging the podcast for the past few weeks, so I've got a lot to get through.
Okay.
I recently listened to the episode where the person who wrote in took the last simnel cake, and it reminded me of something I had to write in. Do you remember that?
Nah.
Do you not remember?
Nope.
When they stole it from somebody else who put it back. I can't remember.
I
It was
can't
in
remember either.
Marx's or something.
Great.
A while ago.
Sorry, yeah, in the supermarket. They took the last cake thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, the Simnel word put us off, but
Yes.
I
A
remember.
while ago, me and my partner went to Tesco to get games for the Nintendo Switch because they were on special offer, 2 for £60 or something like that.
Well, pissed off that I missed that, but carry on.
When we
I'm
got
really angry.
When we got to the game section, there was another couple there also looking at the Switch games. We knew which ones we wanted, so we just waited until they were ready. They took ages and kept faffing about, asking the staff loads of questions. The woman had 2 in her hand. One of them was the one that we wanted, and it was the only one of the cases left on the shelf.
Oh.
The woman then changed her mind and put that one back. My boyfriend laughed and said, "Oh, we'll take that one." She then grabbed it back and said, "No, I'm having it," and left.
Wow.
Naturally, we were raging.
Yeah.
I'd been raging too. Now, what I probably should have mentioned was that I actually worked for Tesco at the time. I had an app on my phone which told me the stock levels in every Tesco shop, and this was definitely the last one. However, this insider knowledge also meant that I knew the process that they used in shops for games.
She went straight to the counter, didn't she?
I knew that the cases on the shelf were empty and the actual games were kept in a drawer
Rosie,
at the tills.
Honestly, I'm getting an erection here.
We went to the tills, asked the person working if we could have that game as it was the last one, and we really wanted it. He gave us it, and we bought the last copy. We both laughed on our way out the door as we imagined the horrible and annoying woman from earlier on getting the till, and they didn't have the game she wanted.
Delicious. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the woman who lives rent-free in my head?
Who?
I don't know if it's something about being slightly hungover here, the way my brain works. So I used to write a lot of stand-up routines when I was slightly hungover because my brain works in a different way. I don't know. So I'm remembering.
Are you just a bit more like aggressive and a bit more like don't give a shit? Is that why? I feel a bit like that today.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're in a bad way. I don't know what it is, but I'm just remembering a load of stuff today. Now, I was on tour, not the tour just gone, the one before, and we were in Starbucks, and there was I was just trying to grab something off. I was just trying to get a coffee, and there was a group of people in front of me who were clearly from an office or something, and they'd come to Starbucks, and really, you could tell they were Starbucks noobs, you know, what I mean, total newbies, and they were standing there, and the people at the counter were free, right? And I'm trying to get around these fucking people to get served, and all they're doing is standing in front of the sandwiches,
Extremely
handing
irritating.
each other sandwiches and going, "You want that one? Well, that's got cheese. Well, that's and I'm
Where's
standing
your
going,
peripheral
"Fuck me."
vision? You
And I'm trying to get
arseholes.
around them, and I got round, and the woman went, "Next, please," and I went, "Yeah." And the woman with the sandwiches literally sidestepped in front of us and went, "No, we were next," like that. "No, we were," was the way she said it, and I'm like, you picking sandwiches isn't you in the queue. That's you picking sandwiches. Once you've picked them, you join the queue, but they all moved in front of us, and I'm not joking. I must have stood there for 15 minutes while they ordered this massive fucking huge convoluted order, and I was one person on my own just wanting a flat white.
It's rude.
I was raging. So if I could have got the last thing of whatever they wanted, she lives rent-free in my head. Every time in my head I go, "No, we were," I get really fucking angry.
Okay.
So I like to think
I'd have got annoyed with that.
I like
as well.
to think it was her as well, and I like to think they took the switch game off her, and I'm glad they did it
Good,
for us because it was
good.
wasn't it her? It was her,
It was
wasn't
her.
it?
It was her. I want that switch game. It was her. It was her, babes. No, that would
Feel
piss
good
me
now.
off as well.
Feel happy now.
Just convoluted coffee orders piss me off. Like, can I have this with this milk, and then can I have a shot of that? And oh, for fuck's sake.
That's because you just drink black coffee.
I do. And I don't drink it from Starbucks because I don't want a pint of black coffee. Thank you very
When
much.
people come out with that cup, that looks like they're going to the cinema.
I'm married.
Fucking yes, I'll have the gallon gulp of coffee, please.
It's just awful. Awful. We do coffee. We've talked about we do coffee so wrong in this country.
Yeah.
Really upsets us that
Australia
these
are the
massive
best.
chains.
Australia and Italy, nail
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
These huge chains do the worst, the simplest of coffees. They do it horrifically.
I ask for it half full and they go, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a fucking pint. You're giving us a pint glass of coffee. What are you doing?"
No, you do. Oh, what value for money you getting there? I don't want. It's water. It's hot water. It's a shot of the good stuff and then a pint of hot water. I don't want it. Nobody wants a pint of fucking hot water coffee.
Right, okay. Gun to your head.
Yeah.
Gun to your head.
Right.
You have got to wake up tomorrow morning, gun to your head. You have to have one of these two things as soon as you wake up. Pint of coffee, massive pint of sort of watered down coffee, drink it all, or energy drink. Big can. You know the big cans of energy drinks where you see people walking down the street and you go, "He's drinking lager." Oh no, it's an energy drink.
Yeah.
You know them ones.
I'd have to have a coffee.
Right, okay.
I hate
you got to
energy
drink the whole
drinks.
thing.
Right, okay, I will.
Okay.
I will. No, I'd rather have that energy drink in the morning. People drinking energy drinks in the morning.
Yeah.
I find it really sad.
But it might be someone who doesn't. Both my tour managers, neither of them drink hot drinks. They don't drink coffee. They don't drink tea. So I don't know how they get through the day. So they need a caffeine boost. So it must be from one of them energy drinks. That's all.
But for your first drink,
yeah, but
I'm gonna have a monster for me.
don't name.
No, I'm sorry, and I get it. I can understand at midday. It's like, right, okay, you're having your energy drink at midday.
I mean, I've seen people at 6 in the morning.
Oh
Stop
my!
with them. Yeah.
Oh no!
All right, gun to your head. Gun to your head.
But this is my personal opinion. If you like it, then that's fair enough. People don't like black coffee, but
Right.
okay, well,
Gun to
go
your
on.
head.
Right, gun my head.
Gun to
hurry.
your head. You've got to drink, right? Either.
Oh, I've been beeped.
Oh God.
Oh,
it's the same.
26 left. Reminder to move. Fuck off! I'll have a Monster instead.
This watch is a nightmare.
Right, come on.
Gun to your head, right?
Right.
You've either got a drink, right? You know the coffee we've been talking about.
The
coffee,
pint of
water,
coffee. Yeah.
It's not a pint anymore. It's them special big buckets I bought for washing my car, the big yellow ones.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's one
okay.
of them, right? So it's like a
Hot.
couple of gallons.
How many shots of espresso are you talking? Just
One. There's one shot of espresso, and there's about 5 gallons of hot
like
water.
Mud water.
Barely. It's almost just hot water.
Right. Okay.
You've got to drink all of that,
Okay.
right? Or, right, you've got to have a hot Monster. It's only a little cup, but it's hot.
Right.
And you've got to dip some bickies in it. You've got to dip a custard cream in it. Which one are you having? Gun to your head, you've got to pick
Honestly,
one of them.
less is more. I'll go for the hot Monster.
Yes!
I will. I'll go for the. I think they'll be quite nice hot. Personally, I just don't like the taste. I think the smell so strong, and
Well, for me, I can't drink Red Bull because I just think of when I used to drink vodka Red Bulls.
it reminds
on
me
nights
of
out.
being on a night out and then getting home and going, I can't sleep. Why can't I sleep? Oh, you've had 6 vodka Red Bulls, and you're just wide awake for fucking hours.
Have you ever had a tequila vodka Red Bull? TVR?
No.
Bad.
Are they?
Bad times. Bad times.
That sounds awful.
I had them once before I went on holiday, a couple of nights before I went on holiday, and it was the famous time when I was sick in my suitcase.
Oh, nice.
All the new clothes on top.
Tequila, vodka, Red
Red
Bull.
Bull.
Do you remember when you...
Sick in my suitcase.
Do you remember then that was probably back in the day when you didn't drink for pleasure. You just
just
drank
to get drunk.
get drunk.
Yeah.
I drink for pleasure now, and the side
Sip,
effect is
yeah.
just
I'll
getting drunk
sip
as
beer
well.
and wine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I actually look forward to it.
Sick in my suitcase.
Listen, no offense if you like Monster, but it's not my cup of tea.
Other energy drinks are available, and we don't like any of them. Just so you know. But if you want to sponsor the podcast, we will pretend that we like them for money. So there you go. Speaking of energy drinks, Rosie, do you know what? We haven't mentioned him this week. So Carl Hutchinson, friend of the podcast,
Okay,
who
here
I'm
he
on
is,
tour with
yeah.
at the moment. So Carl, when he does the Edinburgh Festival, my tour manager runs the Edinburgh Festival for our management company. So he sort of programs all the shows for the Edinburgh Festival, texts them all, does all the programming and teching and stuff. Carl, he was Carl's tech guy. So Reese was Carl's tech guy, and Carl's show would run at about 58 minutes. Carl was hungover one day, and he had one of the the massive cans of Red Bull.
Yeah.
He had one of the massive cans of Red Bull
Yeah.
before he did his show. 45 minutes he showed us.
Because he just did it so fast.
Just fucking belted it out.
Did I not tell you that I had 2 Pro Plus once and I thought I was going to die? I thought I was having a heart attack.
Wow.
Just before I was about to do a gig, I had to lie down and I had to get me people who I was working with at the time to feel me heart because I was like, I'm dying.
That will have been back in the day when you didn't have caffeine.
I didn't have
'cause you
caffeine or
didn't have
anything.
coffee.
I didn't drink energy drinks. I didn't have caffeine.
You didn't drink
nothing.
Coca-Cola that
no,
much? No.
No.
Oh, gosh.
And I had 2 Pro Plus and I fucking thought,
straight in at the deep end.
Oh, mate. I had to lie down. I was like, feel me heart. I'm dying. I'm dying.
I love that. How rock and roll. How rock and roll. Look at these bloody pop stars at this gig. Look at that. She's overdosing. Look at Steve. What you had? 2 Pro Plus from Boots. All right, okay.
Ciao, baby. Thank you for
I don't-
listening to this
stop
week's
it.
episode of Shagman Annoyed, which is now part of the Acast Creator Network.
It is indeed, guys. As always, if you want to get in touch with anything, it's shagmarinoid@gmail.com. Please continue to send your wonderful stories in for the live shows and for the podcast. And the live shows, the November and December arena dates are on sale now. The last sections in some of the arenas have just been put on sale. Very exciting. O2 is genuinely at the full to the brim, very nearly sold out. It's going to be incredible. Thank you so much, and we will see you again next week.
They're on shagmarinoid.com, by the way.
They know, man. God,
They might
come on. It's
not.
bloody spoon feeding them. Stop it.
Bye,
Sorry,
everyone.
everyone. That was shagmono.com for the gigs.
Do